When you try to put a coin in, it's going to get jammed.
As you can see here at the Sunshine Bridge, traffic is piling up, the bridge is closed, and it's causing a lot of confusion. We don't know the extent of those injuries. Of course, Louisiana State Police will continue investigating, and we'll have that updated information for you guys throughout the evening. You're taking a look at some of the damage at Southside Elementary 2 years after the Great Flood of August 2016 ravaged it. This home coming down in North Baton Rouge is just one example of how the city parish is addressing blight in the community. 21-year-old Dakota Terrio, an accused mass murderer, is now back in Louisiana. This is where all eyes in Baton Rouge are right now on the Mississippi River as the water levels are starting to rise, completely covering some of the stairs. ESPN's College Game Day crew is out right here on the quad on LSU's campus. I want to give you a live look at what we are seeing right now. We begin tonight with breaking news out of the state capitol. Finally, a compromise on the tax deal. Happening overnight, the scene is now clear after the Baton Rouge Police Department responded to a potential hostage situation at the Triple S Food Mart. So let's bring in Mr. Cuvion, who's with our Fred Childers, to explain the impact of this one and why it was called so early tonight. New at 5, adult entertainer Stormy Daniels was in Baton Rouge today for a protest on the steps of the state capitol. It's pretty close to being on that 7-day forecast.
It's pretty close.
Christmas is sneaking up on us.
I'm still shaking, like it was absolutely terrifying.
Anna Coleman was just steps away from the sidewalk when 3 students were hit by a car right in front of her.
There was a traffic accident, 2 vehicles, and one of the vehicles was pushed into the sidewalk.
These students weren't crossing the street at the time. They were standing on the sidewalk waiting to cross the street when they were hit.
LSU officials are saying 4 students were taken to the hospital.
There was 2 girls and they were knocked out cold, and then there was another guy and he was conscious, but he was kind of just rolling around. I don't know, so we're like, be still, be still.
I could see a couple of them were definitely bloody. One guy was just like curled up in the fetal position and just on the ground. I mean, they looked like they were in a lot of pain.
This is the second pedestrian-involved crash this week alone. The first on Monday, the first day of class.
It makes me feel like I'm not safe on campus, but I don't know what they can really do to fix that.
This is the biggest parking lot on the campus, so most people do park here. So yeah, we're definitely all going to be more aware. Everyone stay off their phones on the crosswalk, stay off your phones when you're driving, you know. It's just definitely going to make us all more aware of this little intersection.
It looked like a nightmare, and I feel really bad for them. I felt terrible.
I'm just really praying for everybody who was involved and praying for the girl and the other guy that was in the accident.
For Local 33, I'm Amber Smith. A road once traveled is open again.
We usually stop right back over that way where the barricade says do not go past, and now we got to come past again.
The street called Alligator Bayou Road in Ascension Parish and Manchac Road in Iberville Parish had been closed and under repair since the August 2016 flood.
With the Great Flood, this portion back here to my right, the Bluff Swamp area started filling with water, and so we had to, Ascension Parish, on an emergency basis, we came in and just cut a notch into the road to allow that water to drain out into Bayou Manchac, which is over here to my left.
This summer, Ascension Parish residents were met with another roadblock in the area when DOTD started work on the Bluff Road overpass as part of the I-10 widening project. This is what area residents Ken and Linda Munson had to say about it back in June.
Just an inconvenience, plus Alligator Bayou Road is shut down, so we can't go there, we can't go here. There's only one way in and out.
Now they're out on their bikes enjoying the newly opened road.
Saves us a bunch of time. It's so much more convenient. And we came here today just to see if they were finished, and yahoo, they are. So it's going to make a lot of bicyclists happy.
With the reopening of Alligator Bayou Road and the Bluff Road overpass, traffic is flowing once again.
I'm so happy now that everything is open for them so we can move cars back again through Ascension Parish.
For Local 33, I'm Amber Smith. How would you like to see this across the street?
We are aggressively going after blight in the city and parish.
Taking a tour through some of East Baton Rouge's blighted communities, you can see boarded up homes and abandoned cars. But city, parish, and community leaders say enough is enough.
Certainly blight has been a hot topic, and as I've said a number of times, that blight just didn't start, but it has evolved over the years.
A blight committee created earlier this year has been working to get rid of the problem.
This home coming down in North Baton Rouge is just one example of how the city parish is addressing blight in the community.
From tearing down homes to building new ones.
When we take down a building and we have a vacant lot, it is our goal to make sure that there's some type of reinvestment that takes place, some redevelopment.
Leaders say this effort isn't just about a clean aesthetic and property values.
When we look at the blighted property, the property that we're actually looking at and targeting in the city of Baton Rouge, there's a direct correlation with violent crime. When we look at our maps where we're seeing the highest cost for service for violent crime and those areas where properties need to be removed, there's a correlation.
BRPD Chief Murphy Paul says addressing blight will help decrease crime.